Hello. So I got married almost 9 years ago. It's 9 years ago in a couple of weeks. But I have recently just bought the Mr and Mrs Irregular Choice wedding shoes. And I thought whilst we unbox them and take a look at them, I'll tell you a story. And no, I'm not getting divorced. It does have a happy ending. It's not a different marriage to a different person. But I thought we'd go through the story. So I got married just under 9 years ago to the most amazing man, who is still the most amazing man, and we had a beautiful wedding, but I didn't wear a regular choice, and I have regretted it. I have regretted not having the most amazing wedding shoes. I still have my wedding shoes, but they're just not a regular choice, so they're just not good enough. Basically, that's it. So James proposed to me the first time, actually in this room. We'd been stripping the door, which is over there, been stripping paint off it, and yeah, I just turned around and we were all sweaty and gross, and he was there on one knee, and there was, I don't know if anyone remembers Shmelia, but Shmelia was the Pandora before Pandora. They used to have all the Disney. There was a little Pandora, Shmelia box on the chair, and he was on one knee, and I was like, yes, if you can propose to me when we're in the most disgusting, like, normal moment of life and still think this is the person I want to marry, then I was like, yes, completely. I thought it was the most amazing proposal ever. A lot of people disagreed. A lot of people were like in James's ear saying that's not the most romantic way to propose, that's not how you should have done it. And I was really happy with it, but he kind of listened to these other voices a little bit, and the story goes on. So the first time James proposed, I lived in Derby and he lived here, and I'd been coming every weekend, and there was a plan for me to move in at some point when my contract ended. But then I got sick. After the first proposal, my illness got much, much worse, and James decided to take me to Disney World for the first time. So we had a week at Disney World, and then we went on a cruise. And at the time, Oasis with the Seas was the biggest cruise ship in the world, and it was my first ever cruise. So we went to Disney World, and then we went on this amazing cruise. We had this suite which had upstairs and a downstairs, massive balcony, like most amazing room at sea. And on the cruise you get formal nights, and I'd never had a formal night. We never had a prom or anything like that at school, so I'd never really had an excuse to dress up. We got all dressed up, went for a really fancy dinner, saw the musical, and then we went on the balcony afterwards, and James proposed again with a Mickey Mouse ring that he'd bought at Disney World, which was really cool because he sneaked off and he pretended he was getting me a balloon, but he wasn't. He came back with a balloon, but really he'd gone off to buy the ring, and it was like, I think it was like a $20 ring, which is right for me because I've already lost it twice, but that's a whole different story. We've got two now. We've got the other original one and a backup, just in case we went halves on the backup another time, but that's a whole different story. So yeah, he proposed on this balcony again the second time, and it was like the most amazing romantic moment ever, but it was still very much us, and it was just us two, and so it was like the perfect moment. And so I got two proposals, and next year is our 10th wedding anniversary, and we were going back on the same ship, on the same balcony, in the same room, and we're doing the same itinerary, so exactly the same cruise that we did when we got engaged the second time. So I thought we should renew our vows. We're just going to do it, just us two. No big formal thing, because that's how we work best, just the two of us on the balcony committing to each other again. And this time I'm wearing a regular choice, and I've been telling this story and I haven't shown the shoes. So these are Mr and Mrs, and these are going to be my wedding renewal shoes. And how pretty are these? And this is my second pair. My first pair had a mark on the bow, like a little black mark, and normally I'm not that fussy, but because these were going to be photographed a lot, then I decided that they needed to be perfect. So Irregular Choice very kindly replaced the shoes for me with a perfect pair. And I am obsessed. And they have the Mr and Mrs heels. How cute are they? There is the I Love You pair as well, which are like the gold champagne version, which I have owned before and I have photographed, but these ones seemed the most perfect for me to wear. So I do need to find a dress. So I've been looking on Vinted a lot because I'm still trying to stick with the buying things that have been used rather than buying brand new. So hopefully I'm going to find my dream. My dream is to find a white or cream or gold version of my blue Cherry Hill dress, which I've been looking for, but I haven't found it. And we are going to redo our wedding pictures, but I'm going to do them. So it's the whole thing of you want something done right, do it yourself type thing. Our wedding pictures are great, but they're not the wedding pictures that I want. So I will be redoing my own wedding pictures, and on the ship and on the ports of call and everywhere in these shoes. And also I have the bridal Irregular Choice backpack. I have the crossbody as well, but I don't know where it is, where you can change the bow and put on the wedding bow. I got this from Get Ready Comics when it came out because I knew that I was going to be requiring Loungefly and Irregular Choice for my next special day, which is just over a year away, but I'm already obsessing and planning. So there's the bag, which is really cute, and then if I put it with the shoes, I think that's going to be perfect. I'm so excited. With the crossbody as well. There is an Irregular Choice bag that has just came out, and I might need that as well. Put a picture of it here. It's available in pink and white, and I really do love the white version, so I might look at getting that as well, because can you have too many bags on your second special day? I don't know, but I think that the occasion and location is going to warrant as many outfits and shoes and bags as I can possibly have. So I got these in the sale. They were reduced recently, but they do have an RRP of £149 and they have gone back up to that price. They have a heel height of 11 centimetres, so they are tall shoes, no platform, and I find them true to size. I love the bows on these, and Lottie's Attic did have an exclusive gold version of these as well, which are also pretty, but I thought I'd go with the white. I can't have everything, so I would have loved the gold and the white versions, but it's just not going to happen. Mr and... is it Mr and Mrs? I'm going to call them Mrs and Mr, because why should the man go first? Yeah, so they are Mr and Mrs, but yeah. Mr and Mrs are part of the Iconics range, so they have the Iconics box, paper and heels, which means that they can come back year after year. And it would be quite cool to see them like in a bright colour. I think if I ever did get divorced, fingers crossed it'll never happen, but I ever did get divorced, I'd dye these like the brightest colour and I'd graffiti all over the Mister. It just have the Mrs. I know that at one point they did do a heel that had 2 grooms or 2 brides, but we haven't seen them in quite some time. I think it would be cool if they brought them back. I know some people would kill to be able to have the 2 grooms or 2 brides, which would be cool. Irregular Choice, if you're listening, I know lots of people want them back. These are Mr and Mrs, and these are my vow renewal shoes for next year. So they're going to go back in the box now and go away and sit pretty until I'm ready to use them. But I love these shoes. I don't think they're going to be my only vow renewal shoes because I have plans for other shoes as well, but they're definitely one of them. Let's see how many vow renewal shoes I can have. You made it to the end. Thank you. if you'd like more shoes, more reviews, more news, what else can we get to rhyme? Then you can subscribe to this channel, or you can go to the website, Instagram or Facebook. All the information is in the description of this video. Thank you very much. Bye.